Welcome everyone to Alberton this afternoon. We're here this afternoon to inform you that Mark Haysman has resigned this morning as CEO of the Port Adelaide Football Club. It is with great regret the board of the Port Adelaide Football Club has accepted that resignation. Importantly, we understand his decision and respect that decision. And we importantly thank him for his outstanding contribution to our football club. Mark has delivered an enormous amount to our football club since starting here nearly 3 years ago. In nearly 3 years, in footy terms, it's probably been a long time in football, especially in a challenging environment that is South Australian football. Mark, as he will explain, is leaving because he's achieved what he set out to achieve to make this football club an even stronger and greater football club in the future. That was delivered yesterday with confirmation from the AFL and the SANFL, their investment package that will allow this club to deliver on the foundation laid by Mark in recent times. Like any great leader and any great CEO, Mark leaves this club stronger and better. It was his duty to build on what was already a great foundation from previous administrators, and he has well and truly done that. His achievements, along with the board, are many, but just to name a few. He laid down a business strategy that will hold this club in good stead for many years to come. Much of that plan has already been achieved. Under tough circumstances, he and his team this year have turned the club around by in excess of $2 million. He's brought innovation to the workplace and his team. And probably one of our greatest achievements, and Mark's fingerprints are all over it, is the Port Adelaide Football Club and its community are back together again as one club. He oversaw the funding by the previous administration to have one of the greatest facilities in the AFL. Probably most importantly though, he's been a great part and has led the charge for our return to Adelaide Oval in some 3 or 4 years' time, and excitingly in a few weeks' time. But as I look around the room today, probably his greatest achievement is the people that are standing behind the cameras. We are blessed with great people at the Port Adelaide Football Club, and once again, Mark has been a huge part of the people that are sitting behind these cameras. Some of these things I've just listed, we were told 3 years ago would never be achieved. And under Mark's leadership at management level, they have been. And they've been done in the backdrop of a very challenging environment and a very challenging economy here in South Australia. Footy in South Australia has changed a lot in the last 14 years. And what has happened is Mark has really put our club in a position to take on those changes in the future years with an enormous amount of confidence and security. He has given us a direction to enable this club to grow even greater and, importantly, to prosper. It is thanks to Mark, his guidance, that the investment and support we have secured yesterday for the Port Adelaide Football Club and our entire football community. The value of Mark's work, his legacy, will not be fully realised today, but in the years to come, as I said to the players a couple of hours ago, when you run out to that first game in 2014, you know that Hazy has been a huge part of our ability to play there. Believe me, a lot of what has been done in the past 3 years will be judged for many years to come. Importantly, his work has been outstanding, and as is the view of the Port Adelaide Football Club and its board. We would like to thank Mark Haysman today, to really sincerely thank him and his family. And as he said, he's had his footy fix now. We respect his decision. No one knows more or appreciates more what Mark Haysman has done for this football club, but its board and probably me. There's no perfect time to lose a CEO or a leader, but resigning now in true Hazy fashion, it allows the club to find a period after our revenue this year has been met to find the best possible person available while we play out the rest of the season. Once again, in true Hazy style, he's agreed to stay on until we find those people and we bring the club to its next level of leadership. The board will put a contingency plan in place if that isn't the case when Mark decides to leave. The club, with the support of the AFL, will set out finding the best possible replacement. And can I say that replacement has very big shoes to fill. What they will do is inherit a fantastic foundation that Mark Haysman has left this football club. He is a gifted CEO. We knew that when we appointed him, and he's never let us down. Our loss will be the corporate world's gain. Personally, my sincere thanks for our relationship we've built for what we know is for the better of Port Adelaide. Only you and I know, Hazy, what we've been through in 3 years, and I'm very proud of what we've achieved together, and I'm equally proud of you. The Port Adelaide community will have its opportunity to thank Mark, but on behalf of all our Port Adelaide community, can I say our sincere thanks to you, Lahini, and the boys on a job well done.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for coming along, and thanks very much, Brett, for those kind words. Certainly a very serious room at the moment, isn't it, as I look around? So it's mixed emotions that I resign as the Chief Executive of this football club. Mixed emotions because I love the job, I love the place, but I know right now the job I set out to do is done. I've made this decision after much thought, after long discussions, both with those close to me personally and those close to me professionally, and after 3 years of hard work. Now is the right time. It's the right time for me, and more importantly, I think it's the right time for the Port Adelaide Football Club. This is an extraordinary club. It's been my honour and my privilege to be the Chief Executive, and I'm certainly going to leave this place really proud of what's been achieved by myself and by the team around me. It's been an amazing 3 years nearly, and a lot has been done. Together, we've put Port Adelaide back together, and we've made it stronger. There's no doubt about that. And right from the beginning, my guiding principle, my own creed, if you like, was through the time that I was here, for however long that was to build on the great work that had been done before me by John James, and before that Brian Cunningham, under Greg Bolton's stewardship. But it was our time, with the board that I worked with and our management team, to put our own stamp on the club. And I know now that I can move on, knowing that the Port Adelaide Football Club is stronger for what we've achieved while we've been here, and it has a secure future and an exciting future. Yesterday was a really important day. It was a day that enabled us to get some financial security and surety right through to Adelaide Oval, and we've earned the right to have that financial security and surety after some 140 years of this football club existing. That security will now take our club back to Adelaide Oval, where we enjoyed so much success, and where not just Port Adelaide, but all of football in South Australia will be significantly better off for many decades to come. So that's why this is the right time for me to move on and explore some exciting new opportunities. The pathway is prepared. It's time for someone else now to take this club on the next journey through to Adelaide Oval and beyond. And when that first game is played at Adelaide Oval, apart from round 24 this year, but the redeveloped Adelaide Oval, no one will be prouder and feel greater satisfaction that that's occurred than me. It hasn't been easy. There's no doubt it hasn't been easy since I've been here. We've had to drive change, and we've had to be very disciplined about driving that change. And that everyone knows that driving change can be uncomfortable and it's never easy. But I've had amazing support along the way, and there are a number of people that I'd like to thank. To Brett and the board, thanks for the opportunity to lead this club. I appreciate your support for the direction that we've travelled and the foundation that we've laid for the next little while for the Port Adelaide Football Club as we enter this new phase of the history of this proud club. To the staff, the wonderful people that I work with, you're absolutely amazing. I know I leave this club in very, very capable hands, and right through the staff, from those at the front door, right through the players, the coaches, the volunteers, to Dad's Army that walk around Alberton on a Monday morning picking up all the pieces of paper. Your untiring efforts for this club are just unbelievable. Thank you very much. To our corporate partners, and we've got some of them in the room today, to our coteries, to our business ambassadors group, to our foundation leaders, foundation supporters, foundation believers, all of you that contribute so much to our football club. Again, your contribution is just amazing. And importantly, most importantly, our members and supporters are the lifeblood of this football club. Without you, we don't exist, and it's an absolute privilege to serve you. I've been overwhelmed by the emails and text messages that I've received over the last little while. We had a members' information night here on Wednesday, and apart from tough questions given I had a view as to what was coming up over the next couple of days, the support from all of the members and supporters has just been overwhelming. Not everyone's always agreed with what I've done, but you've cared enough to tell me, and that makes a real difference. So thank you very much. And I know that most of you have believed in me and what I've been doing, and I hope you'll understand that it's time now for me to move on, to pass the baton to somebody else to guide us through the next phase of our history, that phase that will see all of you out there cheering our club on at Adelaide Oval. That's no longer a dream, it's a reality, and the club wants you there with it, watching that first game, and I'll certainly be there as well. I'll be sitting there though in a different capacity. I'll be sitting there with my family who have just been amazing support for me, and they know that. The other thing I think for everyone, it was very clear when I came here that I wasn't a Port Adelaide supporter, and that had some challenges. There's no doubt about that. And it created some very constructive and healthy debate around the board table, let me tell you that as well as the kitchen table when my father came over for dinner. That's a whole other story. But I can tell you, I'll leave here now with the job done in terms of the part that I wanted to do, and it's time for me to go. But I can tell you I'll be a Port Adelaide person for life. Thank you very much.